Hello guys, welcome to another exciting day. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to YJ Digital World. I remain your host, Agu Joseph. So let me use this opportunity to give out a big shout out to all my followers, all my subscribers on the channel. Okay, happy new year to you all. I'm wishing you the best that the new year brings. Okay, so on today's tutorial video, I'll be walking you through on how to create a crossover service flyer design. So in creating this design, I'll be making use of Photoshop 2023 in creating this design. So the first phase of creating this design has to do with creating the canvas. So I'll slide over here and put new file, and the new document panel comes up. So here I'll be making use of inches of units, okay, 4x4 precisely. I can call this project crossover precisely. Crossover, okay, that is the name for the project. So we'll be setting this for 300. Column mode remains on RGB. This content will be used on social media platforms precisely. This content won't be printed. Please take note of that. So that's why I'm setting it on RGB. So after I'm done with that, I click on the create button. So over here, I have the Canva workspace on which I'll be designing the flyer. So I'll have to drag in all the exercise files I'm using for this project into my Canva. So here are the exercise files I'll be using for this design precisely. Okay, so the first phase of this design has to do with creating of the background. Okay, so in order for me to create the background, I have to drag in this image over here, hit Ctrl T on the keyboard, hold Alt and scale out like this. Okay, after I'm done with that, I'll choose to adjust the position on my Canva like this is okay, and I click on the check button. So after I'm done with that, I'll come over here to my filter all the way to blur and Gaussian blur precisely. So I'll scale up my blur radius to about, let me say, I think within this range is okay. So I need this to be blown out of focus because this will be serving as the background. Okay, so the next has to enable this image as well. Hit Ctrl T, hold Alt and scale it out like this is okay. Check. Okay, change the blending mode as well to a blending mode that will work perfectly well for the intended project. I think this is okay. I'll come over here, the filter, blur all the way to the Gaussian blur and apply a Gaussian blur of about, I think this is okay like this. Okay, you need to soften the light effects, the light bouquet on the Canva. After I'm done with that, I take this over here like this, enable it, Ctrl T, hold Alt and scale out like this as well. Okay, after I'm done with that, check. Okay, and slide over to filter as well and apply the Gaussian blur effect. Okay, but this time around I will use the blur radius to about, I think this is okay like this. So after I'm done with this, I click on the OK button. Okay, come over here on the blending and change the blending mode to a nice blending mode. Probably, I think this will work perfectly well for this precisely. So after I'm done with this, the next thing I'll have to do is to make little adjustments to this. Okay, so in order to add more depth to this background, I'll come over here and apply a curve adjustment to this. But this time around, I'll be adding more depth using the curve adjustment. Please take note that the curve adjustment are made up of 3 regions. This end are called the highlights, this end are called the shadows, the middle part are called the midtones. Take note of that. So I'll be adding more depth to the shadows like this, likewise this like this. I think this is okay like this. Okay, that is for that. So after I'm done with this, the next thing I have to do is to apply a gradient map to this. So I'll come to the adjustment panel and apply a gradient map precisely. Okay, make sure that the gradient thumbnail is actually selected. So make sure this thumbnail is selected. Come to the gradient properties over here. I'll be making use of some set of colors I've already created earlier. Okay, so on this end, I'll be sampling this color. Okay, here is the hex code for the color I'm actually using. While on this other end, which will be serving as my highlight. Okay, here is the color I'm using, and this is the hex code for the color I'm actually using for this. So after I'm done with that, click on the OK button and change the blending mode so that it can blend in properly with the background. Okay, I think this works perfectly well for this. So I need to make little adjustments on the background for the curves precisely. I need to take out some of the curve adjustment on this. So I pick my brush, make sure I right click and make sure I'm working with the soft round brush precisely, and control my flows. My flows enables me to control the actual strength of the brush. So I use the open and close bracket key beside the P button to scale up and scale down the actual size of the brush. Okay, so set your foreground color to black. The black enables you to hide what you have on the white mask layer. So I can come over here and brush out like this gently to take out some of this. So I can still scale up the flows like this and take out some of those shadows on this ends like this. Okay, so it's more of an eyeballing situation. You take them out of this part like this. So you brush gently and take them out on those regions like this. So after I'm done with this, you can choose to add another adjustment layer, okay, of a curve precisely, and boost it up like this. Okay, so after I'm done with this, I hit Ctrl I to invert the marks. Okay, change and reduce the flows and invert this to white precisely. Okay, so after I'm done with that, I scale up the size of my brush. The white enables me to apply the adjustment layer to wherever I want to apply it on the design. So I just come over here and apply it gently on this region. Okay, so I'm trying to create a space for contrast on the background. So after you're done with this, you can see this is the before and this is the after. So whenever I place a text along this region, that is a small size text, I need it to be more visible, thereby having a feel of a contrast between what is on the background and what is on the foreground, so that what is on the foreground can be actually be seen properly. Okay, so that is the main essence of me applying this feel of shadow on the background at this end. So after I'm done with this, select the layer from here, hold shift, select the last layer, hit Ctrl G and call this your background. Okay, BG stands for my background. So after I'm done with this, the next thing I have to do has to do with applying of the text. Okay, but before doing that, I come over here where I have my notepad. I'll copy out the text precisely. So I'll copy out this. Okay, pick my text tool, left click and paste in the text over here. So I'll come over here and change the font to this, that is Wimberley. Wimberley, that is the name of the font. Hit Ctrl T to transform and scale it up like this. So I'll scale it up very big like this. So after I'm done, position it over here, Ctrl A, pick your move tool and select align horizontally, Ctrl D to deselect. So I can hold Alt on my keyboard where I have this layer, where I have the text, hold Alt like this, left click and drag to create a duplicate. Pick your text tool and edit this and call this hover service. So Ctrl T, hold Alt, left click and drag to scale down from the middle like this. Okay, I think this is big like this. This is okay like this. I'll adjust the position. Okay, so I can still choose to scale it down a little. I think this is okay like this. Adjust the space like this as well. So I'll select the first layer over here, hold shift, select the last layer, hit Ctrl G and call this theme precisely. Okay, that is for this. So I'll double click on the group layer over here, come over here, click on strokes and set the strokes as follows. 2 is the size, inside is the position, blending mode is set on normal, opacity is set on 100. This fill type is set on color, and this is the hex code for the color I'm actually using for this. While on this other end, I'll apply a drop shadow for this. So I'll set this as follows: multiply is the blending mode, and this is set on black precisely. That is the color angle is set on 90, distance 14, spread is on 0, size is on 16 precisely, and leave this on linear precisely. That is linear contour for this. Then leave other settings the way they are and click on the OK button. So after we are done with this, I would like to change the actual field for the color. So I'll select the two layers where I have my text, come over here to open my swatches, so and enable this. So on my colors over here, I'll open the swatches and sample this particular color. This is the color I'm actually using for the text precisely. So, and this is the hex code for the color I'm using for the text. So I'll click on the OK button. That's for that, guys. So after I'm done with this, the next thing I have to do has to do with placing other set of information, such as the rider text for the service. So I'll copy it, pick my text to OK, pick the text to left click and paste in the text, check Ctrl T and scale this down like this, and change the font for this to a corporate font precisely. That is like a sans serif font precisely. So I'll be making use of a font called Cytone Next precisely. That's the font I'll be using. So I'll set this on regular, change the fill color to this to white precisely. While for this, I'll be changing the fill to this. Okay, here is a hex code for the color I'm actually using for this. So I'll change the font size to the bold precisely and click on the check. Okay, so I'll come over here, change this. Okay, change this to R. The R should be in capital letter. So I'll come over here and position it beneath this, directly beneath this like this. That's for that. So after I'm done, I'll slide over to my notepad all the way. Okay, copy out the venue. Okay, pick my text to left click and paste in the venue of the event, Ctrl T to transform and scale this down like this. Okay, check. Come over here on your character panel. Okay, in case you don't have your character panel here, you can enable your character panel on your windows precisely. So here is your character panel, you can enable it. So I'll change the fill for this to white precisely. So I'll adjust the leadings as well. So I'll change the font to the same font. Okay, that is Cytone Next. So I'll change this to regular to be precise and adjust the tracking, the leadings as well. So after I'm done with that, I will adjust the alignment to the left. Okay, making use of the left hand alignment. So after we're done with this, I'll select this the name of the church and change the field to this as well. Check and change this to bold, semi-bold is okay for this, and check. So after I'm done with it, hit Ctrl T, scale this down like this and place it to around somewhere like this. Okay, and still scale it down properly. Okay, that's for the name of the church. So the next thing I would like to do is to place the time and date for the event. So I'll copy out this, come over here and pick my ellipse tool to be precise. Okay, left click, hold shift to create a perfect ellipse. Okay, change the fill color to the fill color of the text to be precise, which is this. Okay, so after we're done with this, pick my text tool over here, left click and paste in my text. For this, I'll be changing the font to Sweet Beans to be precise. Okay, so I'll come over here, I'll change the fill color to something like this. I need it to be visible, so I'll hit Ctrl T and place it somewhere around here like this. Scale this down. like this. Okay, I think this is okay like this. So after I'm done, I'll click on the check button. So all I have to do is to hold Ctrl on my keyboard, move to where you see my mouse pointer on the layer panel, hold Ctrl. My mouse pointer changes to this whenever I touch the Control button. So left click to make a selection of the text. Come over here where I have the ellipse tool and click on the mask layer. Okay, so turn off this text layer. Make sure this layer, the mask layer is selected. Hit Ctrl I to invert. Okay, so you see this is how the ellipse is actually looking like at the moment. Okay, that is for that. So I'll come over here to my notepad, copy out the next set of text, which is this. Come over here, pick my text tool, left click and paste in my text over here. Change my font back to Cyto next as well. Set this on regular. Change the fill color to white to be precise. Ctrl T, scale this down actually and place it side by side as this. Okay, so for this I'll be scaling up this to, I think I'll be changing this to semi-bold for this precisely. So I'll leave this like this. Okay, hit Ctrl T, scale this down. Okay, I think this is okay. So I hold Alt to make a duplicate like this and delete this other set of text. So I'll change this to the time, which is 10, or let me say 10 p.m. precisely is the time for the event. So I'll set this like this. So I can still choose to select the two layers, scale it up a little and adjust their position on the Canva. Okay, so after we are done with this, I'll come over here to the top and copy out the name of the church and this together. Pick my text tool, left click and paste in the text. Okay, so pick the text tool, left click and paste in the text. Okay, make use of the same font. Okay, the sans serif. Okay, so I'll make this on regular precisely. Okay, so I'll take this outside the theme group. I noticed there was a drop down shadow, so take this outside the theme group and change this to white. Okay, scale this down, align the text to the left hand side, make sure it's aligned to the left. Come to your character panel and adjust this. Okay, so you adjust this gently as well like this. So for this I'll change this to semi-bold to be precise and change the fill color to this. Okay, check. Okay, hit Ctrl T, scale down the size and place it around somewhere here like this. This is the part where contrast comes into play precisely. You can see how visible it is, but if I choose to move it to somewhere here, you can't actually see how visible the text is. Okay, so that is for that. So after we're done with this, I'll have to enable the logo of the church and place it here side by side as this. So I'll scale down this like this and place this like this over here. Okay, use your move tool and adjust its position on the Canva like this. So you can still choose to adjust this way like this. So after we are done with this, I'll move to the next and final phase, which has to do with the socials to be precise. So I'll start with the YouTube icon. I'll scale it down. Okay, and place it to somewhere here like this. Okay, for this as well, scale it down, holding out Ctrl T, scale it down like this. So you place them side by side each other. Ctrl T, scale it down. I think this is okay like this. So you adjust this way. Okay, select the two layers, select the first layer, hold shift, select the last layer, hit Ctrl G. Okay, after you're done with that, come over here and apply the hues and saturation to be precise. Click on the clip mark so that the adjustment layer will be applied to only the group. So I can scale down this and scale up this. Okay, so after I'm done with that, I'll select the group, hit Ctrl T, scale this down like this, and adjust its position on the canvas to somewhere like this. Come to my notepad and copy out this text over here. Pick my text tool. Okay. So I'll come over here, left click and paste in the text I want over here and change the font as well. So this as well. Okay, to the regular and change the field to white. Okay. So after I'm done, click Ctrl T, scale down the size, check, click your move tool and drag and position it side by side as this, like this. So I'll take this into the same group as this and call this socials. I'm trying to organize my layers. So for this, I'll call this church name. So I'm trying to organize my layers. While for this, I can call this set of group date and time. Okay. While for this, I can drag this into, I can leave this over here, the rider, while this is the actual address for the church. So I can leave this like this. So after I'm done with this, I can choose to adjust this a little bit. I need the address, that is the social handle, to be visible, so I will change this. So let me see, I think this is okay. The semi-bold is visible enough for this. Adjust its position using your direction and navigation button to be precise. So after we are done with this, we are good to go. Can move to the final phase, which has to do with the final color grading. I'm trying to make sure that this is actually aligned properly. So for the final color grading, I'll be making use of the color lookups. Okay, so I'll come to the adjustment, enable the color lookups. For this, I'll be making use of, I think, this. Okay, so I'll come over here and scale down this as well, the opacity to about 75. Okay, so this is how the flyer looks. Okay, so this is the final result of the flyer. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of today's tutorial video. If you do find this tutorial helpful, do well to give this video a like, do well to smash the like button. Okay, if you're new to the channel and you're yet to subscribe, do well to smash the subscribe button. Turn on the post notification bell to get notification whenever I upload new content on my channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for watching. If you find this video helpful, do well to give this video a like. And if you have any question or comment, you can leave your questions and comments in the comment section. Do well to leave a comment in the comment section. Please do well to leave a comment. Okay, you can also follow me on my socials at YJ Digital World, okay, as well as YJ Designs on Instagram. That is my Instagram handle. Okay, so do well to also share this content with other creatives around you. Do well to tell them of the good works I'm actually doing on this channel. So thank you guys for watching.